In the 80s, a real game changer took place in casinos that would forever change the landscape and opportunities in the gambling industry. Slot machines went from being mechanical devices to being electronic devices. In order to provide randomness and bigger payouts, a new computerized process was introduced that utilized a random number generator, or an RNG. The RNG is an algorithm programmed into the machine that is designed to generate a large sequence of numbers or symbols that cannot reasonably be predicted. But there's a problem. The RNGs are really pseudo-random number generators, or PRNGs. As the name pseudo suggests, the numbers aren't truly random. Human beings created them using coded instruction. The outcomes are deterministic. There's a finite amount of results that reach the end of a period before they cycle back again. PRNGs take an initial number known as a seed, and they mash it together with various hidden and shifting inputs, for example, the time from a machine's internal clock, in order to produce a result that appears impossible to forecast. But if hackers can find a non-complex PRNG algorithm, identify the various ingredients in that mathematical stew, they can potentially predict its output. They do this by reverse engineering, which becomes much easier, of course, when a hacker has physical access to the internal workings of a slot machine. And they can get this simply by buying a machine or getting inside information. However, knowing the arithmetic that a slot machine uses to create pseudo-random results, it isn't enough to help hackers. That's because the inputs for a PRNG vary dependent on the temporal state of each machine. The seeds are different at different times, for example, as is the data code from their internal clocks. So even if they understand how a machine's PRNG functions, hackers would also have to analyze the machine's gameplay to recognize a pattern. It's like card counting. By knowing the past, it can help us to predict the future. So this is how they do it. Cheaters are recruited to find slot machines all around the world that have been previously reverse engineered. Once they find a specific machine, they video record it for about 15 spins. That information is sent to the mastermind of the scam, who inputs the data into a program designed to locate future times for jackpots. A new algorithm is designed and then loaded to an app running on the device of the cheat. They now own that machine. As the cheat plays the app, it will vibrate when a jackpot is estimated to hit. With one hand on the device waiting for it to vibrate and a finger on the play button, the cheat's success is determined by his reaction time. If the cheat can master the coordination needed, he can increase his chance of winning. Now, RNG attackers have been successful for a number of years because they have programmed the devices to hit small jackpots. By doing this, they fly under the radar and avoid having to produce identification to casino staff. In recent years, RNG attackers have been arrested in the US and Singapore. Both arrests were believed to be tied back to the same global network, reporting back to a mastermind located in Russia. So here's the key tales for detecting an RNG attack. Number one, and this is the most important thing, you'll notice a delayed push of the start button 3 to 13 seconds after the last result. Number two, they bet the maximum amount on every spin. Number three, they run the credit meter up so they're not left short when the time is right. And fourth but not least, the player remains very still and focused.